Last time, we upgraded Curioville from an untouched glade into a thriving small town, unlocking campaigns and spending research points on new stores, decorations, and entertainment to bring our corner of Bellevue to life. We reached a new milestone by unlocking the farmlands of Font Brack, offering a change of pace, which are waiting for our developments in the coming parts. So today we're going to try and complete the small town campaign, which will certainly affect the budget, but we love a challenge. We'll be focusing on creating a row of artisan houses similar to Royal Crescent in Bath, and making more of a moment from our park from a previous instalment. If you're excited to be back in Town to City, hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. It helps promote the video and ensure you won't miss out on future episodes in the series. I love playing this game, and I hope you love it too. And without further ado, let's continue on. So let's start things off in the small town research menu. We've unlocked a few things now, but we've definitely got a ways to go. We currently have left a clockmaker with a hidden unlockable. We've got shooting off from the carpenter, some sign decorations and some wooden furniture decorations. And also separately we have some stonework decorations and a clock gate. We currently have 192 research points, so there's definitely a ways to go, but this is exactly what this game is for. So let's get into detailing. Now, as you can see, I've made a great deal of changes to our little, or maybe not so little town now of Curioville. I've created this very elegant looking plaza. Since we unlocked the fountain in the last part, I really wanted to create some kind of drama in this area, following on from our little city hall. So what I have done is draw some inspiration from real life plazas and created some flower beds with these unique swirly patterns. Added some benches and a row of trees leading central to the city hall. I also included another maze in this area. I didn't really want to repeat our flower bed and wanted to offer something a bit different, so I quite like the curb appeal of that. Also have the gardens to the city hall with some flower beds as well. We have upgraded the roads just for this part of town. Currently the old part of town has the regular roads, but I just like the differentiation between both parts, and who knows, maybe we will upgrade as we go, but it's very expensive on our budget to do that. Now, if you remember from the last part, we created a row of artisan houses, but they were very demanding and they required a lot of luxury points. So I've catered to those needs now by creating this artisan high street, I guess you could call it. So I've had to place down another factory just for the supply and demand, but this is the little wash house which I've decorated up and set into the mountain. Got a little seating area. And then I've placed I think I'm going to pause so it doesn't go too dark. I've placed a little smithy here with a little horse. We've also got a carpenter, another little clothing store. And then just recently I placed down a barber and a little bistro overlooking the second pond that we've got going on. And the most recent addition is this kiosk theatre, which adds a touch luxury points, but also it's quite nice differentiation from the buildings that we currently have. We're going to focus on this main area of the artisan residency, and I really want to create an arch moment with houses around this area and potentially offshoot some of the road around here and create some waterside properties. Let's turn randomizer and pop them here, and then I might just leave a little gap there so then we can create more of a road moment around here. Now, let's upgrade our floors since we have the funds to do so. And let's move in some families. And that brings our small town up to 246 residents. Now, we have the option to upgrade our little town, which I believe will move to a town section, but the goal of this part is to unlock all the small town objectives before we move on. I really want to learn my lesson from the last parts and just take things a bit easier and start adding some details here and there on camera, which I've been enjoying so much away from camera. So I think what I'd like to do since we've started that little crescent area, is finish off finishing the back gardens to the original artisan row of houses that we created. Now, I've been creating a little patio moment with some private gardens here. I think is really sweet. So I do want to reflect that down the road, and then we can carry on and create a moment around here. So I'm just going to fast forward so we can get into some daylight and we can start detailing. So while waiting for daylight, we actually discovered a unlockable. We have 449 points and we can upgrade our first initiative, which is to upgrade the better boots. This increases the luxury of the shoemaker and it unlocks everywhere regardless of the city level. So let's go for that. And that should help with the satisfaction points for our very demanding artisan residents. Now, pausing the game, let's think of a color scheme for this little townhouse. It's yellow, so maybe let's go for some sunflowers. Maybe let's do some hanging baskets and a little flower bed. And I quite like what I did here with the little walkway to the back of the house, so I'm going to mirror the same. And let's plant some sunflowers. I quite like this little sunflower bed, so I'm going to pop you there. And then we can also add some individual sunflowers, which is quite sweet. It's a shame they're not tall enough to peek out from the fence, but that's okay. I've also found the soundtrack incredibly relaxing, which I guess is the main goal of this city builder, sandbox builder. And then let's maybe go for another little one and another little one. I think that's fine for now. Maybe let's put a light onto this. Let's just check what lanterns I've been using. It's the most recent upgrade. Pop one there. And that will have a little stream of light coming through it. Let's not forget the detail on the front of the house. Just going to add a couple of flower boxes and a flower basket. Let's also grab a lantern as well and place it there. Sweet. Now, I liked what I did here with the flowers, so I do want to carry that around the edge if it will let me. Thought it looked a bit like bougainvillea. That's how you say it. Oh, you can create a little garland. Oh, let's add that. That's sweet. Oh, I'd like to overlap it as well. If I add one here, will it work? It will. Let's add... let's go for pink. It's a nice bit of detail. I think I might go for a cooler palette here. So I might opt for the purple and bluish tones. And let's add some purple and blue flowers to this area. Maybe some tones of white. I think the white is fine here. With a little white flower here. And that's a sweet little detail. Grab an archway. Put you on a slight jaunty angle. And then let's grab a fancy fence as well. I think I'll need to change the angle of this, so start here. And leap you around a touch. Turn around there. Wondering as well if I can be sneaky and add the fence just between both properties. Wondering if it's because I have a flower bed here. Trying my best as well not to be too precious with detailing, but it's very hard for someone like me who loves adding little bits of personality to any game I play. Quite like they're having a tree moment, so let's maybe pop you there. One at the front as well. Just to make it look as organic as possible. Now this one, I don't think I'm going to do some gravel. I think I might just keep it all grass, but I will add some lovely flowers to the area, I think. Maybe let's go for some flowery bushes and scatter those around. Now let's turn randomize off. I definitely find myself becoming a lot more skilled at this game, which was not the case in the first 3 parts, that's for sure. I think maybe let's add some dirt to a 0.5 just so we can connect this little pathway. Let's turn freeform off. So the archway has got somewhere to go. Might just turn dithering on a little bit just to make it look a little bit more organic. I do wish the houses had doors, but I wonder if it's because we'll have to upgrade to another floor, so the detail may come. And finally for this house, now we've gone for red, blues and some sunflowers. So what can we do here? Maybe we can just create a full green moment since you're the last archway on this row. And let's place down our fence. And connect you in as best as we can. Ooh. Bit better. And let's create a full patio moment, and then we can start adding some greenery. So let's go for some stone. Turn dithering off. Size you up a touch. And let's rotate this brush because it's on the wrong angle. And let's add some potted plants, shall we? Put one in the corner. Quite like this little one here as well. And sure, let's try and sneak this one in. I guess since there is a tree there, let's add some dirt to that area. A little circular moment. 0.5. Just so it looks somewhat realistic. And let's add a lantern. Why not? Here. Unfortunately, we can't add the bench too close to the house itself, but if I just put it slightly away, there's a nice little seating moment. Let's copy over to the front. Maybe let's do some flower beds and a little moment there. Let's add a lantern and a lantern. Now let's go to our royal crescent. We've already got a resident here, Anouk Barbier. She is an artisan, so we don't have much space, but I do want to create some extra room. Is everything all right here? It is. And maybe let's create a moment in the middle with a plaza. Let's add a tree. We could go for a pine. In this area, we've been doing a lot of very green looking trees. I think that works in this space. I quite like to do some more landscaping here as well, just since it's a bit of an awkward slot to even fit a house. So let's add some trees down this line, shall we? Then we can create more of a moment leading up to the royal crescent, as it were. I'm just naming it that. It's not technically a royal crescent. Let's throw in some bushes as well. Why not? Might just randomize you then. It's all very green and very lush in this area. And let's copy over a street lamp as well. I've also been loving adding hedges to the sides of the roads just to make it look a little bit neater. So I definitely want to implement that as well. Maybe let's turn the curve correctly. Oh, there we go. And turn the curve ever so slightly into that wall. Perfect. I don't know how close we can go with this hedge. Oh, fairly close actually. So let's pop you there. Grab another little tree in between. Amazing. Let's get rid of some of the plaza. Just turn you down. Just so we can add some dirt into this spot. Let's go for this. Together you. Perfect. Is there any nice looking flowers that we can add into this area? We do have some flowery bushes, some small potted plants. I think this might be a nice moment. Maybe let's keep it white. And trace it around the corner of this little plaza. Really looking forward to unlocking more details and decorations, so we can definitely overdo it with the detailing. And I believe that when we unlock the farmland area, we'll get access to crops, which is very exciting. And I think I'm going to introduce that in the next part. Now we could add some more houses around this area. I'm just trying to think of spatial awareness. Now, let's have a road here. That would make sense. And let's continue that. Let's do our square number and get it on the right angle. So it's Z and X. Now you'll see here there's a difference between the roads, and that's because I've upgraded them. It costs quite a lot to upgrade them, but they go this gleaming white color, so I'm definitely going to implement that for this part of town. And then perhaps we can have another row of houses here and then just fill this in and make it look really lush. So let's add some houses. Maybe here we can change things up and add some yellow moments. Now I don't want it too close to this theatre, so let's maybe pop one in there. Let's unpause the game so we can get them built. Pop one there and one there. Oh, that was perfectly done, Chris. Well done. Let's also upgrade our roads while we're here. So it's quite a nice intuitive draw and upgrade. Already getting a notification to upgrade my city, but I don't want to do that. And 62 research points, going up to 63. I think the next thing I'd like to unlock would be the stonework decorations, because I think for this area, those decorations would really work. We've got a ways to go yet. Now, I didn't realize how far back these houses go, so perhaps we won't be able to fit in a row of houses around this way, but I can definitely sneak in one, which I think is fine. And then maybe we could make this a hedged off area. The resident of this house must be very pleased. They've got no neighbours. Let's copy some medium trees. It's all very landscaped here. Let's add you to this area. Perhaps we could make this a little park. A little plaza park for the crescent. I think that would make a lot of sense. I'm going into the evening, so I'm going to pause it so I don't lose any light. What kind of street lamps do I want in this area? Maybe we could go for the curved moments, just to differentiate it. Or we could go for these double boys instead. And let's pop some lanterns here as well. Trying to avoid cutting into the tree as much as possible. And then we'll add lanterns to the houses. Now, maybe let's bring some flowers to this area. Thinking of some bushes, and maybe let's keep it all white. Just rotating every now and again to make sure it doesn't look too copy and pasted. Now, once we can unlock the furniture, I would like to add some stonework here, so I'm not going to place some benches down yet. We've got 500 points to go. Maybe let's add some more privacy here by planting some more trees to the area. I think that looks quite nice for now. Let's get to adding some light and some decorations to these houses. I also want to integrate them with the road, and my trick so far, I don't know if there's a better way of doing it, is adding some stone, seep it into the landscape. For this area as well, I've actually been using the dark grass because I thought it kind of makes sense that everything looks a little bit more manicured here. So I'm going to paint over any areas that are in this lighter grass texture and place it with this lush grass instead. We also have a space here to deal with, so maybe we could just extend the high street out. But we do have a clockmaker, so maybe that might be a nice moment here, which I could save some space for. Let's continue adding some extra detailing. I think for here I want something very classic, so a lot of the houses will actually look the same. So maybe let's add some green plants. I wonder if I can add some of this hedge between the houses, but I'm not sure I can if it's going to be a bit too close. Yeah, I figured as much. Just like the effect it gives. Let's maybe move you back a bit. It's got a lot of curb appeal, pun intended. How are we doing on research points? We're nearly there, 339, so what I could potentially do to speed this up is add some more researchers. It will cost us a lot more, but we have the funds for it, as you can see. Let's just max it out, why not? And then hopefully our research points will go up, up and up. Let's get to a request now. Philippine. Help. Last night I was playing in the woods and then saw an old knight's ghost. He was moaning and dragging his sword through the dirt. I swear he did. Please make the ghost go away before he scares everyone. I received a gravestone. Ooh, that's interesting. Does that mean that we get access to churches? I guess once we get to a town, we unlock chapels. That's really great. Oh, that's really making me want to upgrade as well, but let's save it for the next part. I like that little bit of detail. And since I've also unlocked the Halloween decorations, we can add a bit of spooky smoke. Oh, that's cool. Also, I think I may have forgot to show you, we've added some detailing to the little water area, but unlocked the animals, which I said I wasn't going to do, but I love the little ducks and little swans in this area. But we're not that far off the stonework decorations, so I'm going to speed things up, and then we're going to unlock the clock tower. Okay, didn't take too long. This is a clockmaker. It costs 500 research points. It's a small workforce and low production capacity, but it gives us 4 luxury points, which is going to be great for this area. And that, in turn, has given us an unlockable for clock decorations, which will include a clock and a hanging clock. Interesting. Oh my gosh, this is humongous. But I'm glad I left the space here for this specifically. If I unsnap it to the path, I should be able to add it in a bit more organically. I'm very intrigued to see what this looks like. And here we are in all its glory in the evening light, and even has an animation. That's so nice. Oh, it really adds a lot of stature to this area. Gosh, we need 5 laborers. Let's add some more people to these artisan houses. And we also have an actual artisan family, and they're going to live anyhow, so let's add the Moreau family into here. And let's get the demand up on our clockmaker. So everyone should be happy now. What's going on here? The warehouse can't transport to our bistro. That's because we don't have enough workers. Do we have any other families that need to move in? The Fairland family designs a home with food shops nearby. Well, this is right near a bistro, so you're welcome to a waterfront property. I really love this building, and there's a little bench up here as well at the top. I wonder if we'll see the little people. I think I'm going to create a moment for this and add a plaza to this area as well. I knew I was saving this space for something big. I just didn't realize how big that building was going to be. I do want to add some more detailing to this area. So I think I like this winding road that's leading to it. There's not really a lot of space for residents to make use of this seating area. So I might just get rid of this part of the road and just widen it out a touch. And let's create a little pathway. I'm thinking of using some maybe soft dirt in this area. Let's trace it all the way around. I do like the formation of the seating area, and this is almost like a little picnic spot as well, which I thought was kind of sweet. So let's grab you and let's maybe give you a bit more space. Move the lights. Maybe place you there. Oh no, a little resident's coming to check it out. Who are you? Felice Lingarni. I hope I pronounced that correctly. We could add a little, well, quite a big arch actually. Not had a chance to use this yet. So here might be the perfect moment as an entrance to this little park area. I'll probably prefer that away from camera. Not very pleased with how it looks. Let's add some swans. Maybe let's do a pair. And ducks as well. I always just randomize these. Maybe let's put a cluster over here as well. So sweet. And then I'm going to copy over what we did in this pond area. So put some lily pads here. Move some of the trees out the way. Create a little moment for the children in this area. Got a... I wonder if there's more unlockables for children. I haven't really thought about it since we had that initial slide and hopscotch update. And let's add the fencing here as well. Let's curve you around. Lovely curve. If you remember from the first ever part, I was very much struggling doing this. Well, not too much of an improvement, but I think that's something I'm definitely going to go away and revisit for the next part, so it'll look much prettier than it looks now. We have some new residents. Ah, they want to live near a fountain, so you're right behind one. The Monet family desires to share a neighborhood with many folk. So let's go for you. That house there. And the Fauscher family. Guess they will just like to go in anywhere. We finally have enough research points to unlock the Stonework Decorations. Okay, let's see what we have. So we have 2 heights of the stone wall. We have some new stone benches and some smaller fountains, which is something I've been desperately wanting. Oh, this is amazing. Stone basin and a statue. So first things first, let's add some benches. Swivel you around. I think these really suit the area. While we're at it, let's add a fountain. Maybe just a small one. I could potentially add in a fountain here. Let's see, what do we think? I think I'm going to keep that, you know. Goodbye. And I guess it wouldn't really make sense to have a small fountain here then. So maybe we could add a stone basin to this area, or a statue. Provides up to 4 decoration points to nearby buildings, depending on distance. Oh, I don't know. Let's go for the statue. Maybe someone of prominence created this gorgeous area. Let's add another house floor, so everything matches. And any other unlockables that we've missed? So we've got some fountains, stone basin. I think I'm going to add the stone basin here. I think that would look quite nice in this main area as well. Maybe let's add you in the center. Oh, the sound of the fountain. I suppose in the city hall garden we can add a fountain. And I would quite like one in my garden, but that is for a different part. We also chose all the flags that represent Curioville, so we've got this red and this white. Kind of looks like the Swiss flag actually, but I've placed it on all the important buildings, as you can see, and the factories as well. Kind of our, you know, little mascot. Red flowers with white. I think we've done a lot of work here actually. I'm going to leave it on a shot of this clock tower. So thanks so much for joining me. If you do like this video, please give it a like and leave me a lovely comment down below. You can search my name, Curiopher, on YouTube for other cozy building games. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.